You're listening to Clearview Today with Dr. Abadan Shah, the daily show that engages mind and heart for the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm Ryan Hill.
I'm John Galantis.
You can find us online at clearviewtodayshow.com, or if you have any questions for Dr. Shah or suggestions for new topics, send us a text to 252-582-5028, or you can email us at contact@clearviewtodayshow.com.
That's right. You can help us keep the conversation moving forward by supporting the show. You can share it online with your friends and family. Leave us a good 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasting content from. We're going to leave a couple of links right there in the description, so you can do just that. Ryan, happy Thursday, my friend.
Happy Thursday.
It's Thursday. Got to get down on Thursday.
I don't think anybody says that, but okay.
Yeah,
sure.
Thursday's that weird one. You know, it's not hump day.
Right.
It's not Friday.
You're in the latter half of the week. You're just not quite at the finish line.
Kind of there.
Yeah.
It's just kind of there. Hey, listen, somebody wrote into the show. They wanted to know. Oh, this is from Jeffrey P., by the way. What do you think the P stands for? Jeffrey P. from North Carolina.
Pepperoncini.
Jeffrey Pepperoncini wants to know, what's the greatest Christian pickup line you've ever given?
Ooh, given?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, brother, I haven't given Christian pickup lines.
Given very many.
I don't think I even did regular pickup lines. I was so socially awkward, like, with
I didn't do a regular pickup line either. I was like, I like you. Do you like me?
Yeah.
You're going to go out?
I wouldn't even do that. I had just kind of made up in my mind that girls weren't attracted to me. So that even if a girl came up to me and was like, hey, I really like you, I'd be like, she's mocking me.
I think she's lying.
I think she's making fun of me.
Pretty sure this is a prank and I'm being set up.
And like other girls would come up and be like, hey, I think they kind of have a crush on you. And I'd be like,
I think all of these people are lying.
Yeah, no.
I will tell you a couple good ones that I've heard.
Okay. Didn't you do Christian pickup lines as like a game in the youth group and stuff? Yeah. Give me some you've heard.
Like, hey girl, I was doing my Bible study this morning in the book of Numbers.
Yeah.
And I realized I didn't have yours.
I don't got yours.
Why don't you slide that my way?
If I walk around you 7 times, will you fall for me like Jericho?
Oh man! All right.
One that
David's sending something.
You got one, Dave?
Let me sell you an indulgence because it's a sin to look as good as you do.
What does that mean?
Anyway, moving on from that.
If you can't handle me at my Judges 4, you don't deserve me at my Proverbs 31. That was just for the ladies.
I know that's right.
Excuse me, girl. I think one of these ribs might belong to you.
These ribs might belong to you. I mean, there's the classic, like, did it hurt? Did what hurt?
Yeah, when you fell from heaven. Yeah. You know, I always wondered why Solomon had so many wives. It's because he never met you.
I didn't believe in predestination until I met you.
Hey, man. I like my girls just like I like my Nintendo games. Saved.
Oh!
Yeah,
Got him.
Hey, did God save you from a fiery furnace recently? Because you're hot.
Ooh-wee.
Oh man, Christian pickup lines are really weird. Christian guys flirting with girls might be some of the most hilarious and pathetic stuff I've ever seen. Have you ever seen Christian boys in youth group flirt by trying to pick up so many chairs?
That still happens. That's a trope that has been around since we were in youth. But it still happens.
You have been around student-aged teenage girls almost your entire youth group career, like your youth pastor career.
100%.
Have you ever seen any of them impressed by a boy picking up more than 4 chairs?
Visibly?
Yes.
No. Not one time.
They don't care. Fellas, if you're in youth group, if you're a boy and you're in youth group, they don't care about that.
They don't care. You know what they do? You know what they do care about? Guys volunteering in other ministries. The guys who volunteer in other ministries in the church are usually the ones that are getting the girls.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
That's true, man.
I'm just saying.
You got to do it. Let's ask Dr. Shaw what some of his favorite Christian pickup lines are. I'm sure some of them are cringe.
Pickup lines.
You send in some of yours because I know you got some. Some of y'all
send them in. I know you got them.
Some of y'all were using them in youth group, man. Some of y'all might be using them now.
And if they're working, let us know.
Yeah.
Write in, let us know, 252-582-5028, or you can visit us online at clearviewtodayshow.com. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
What's going on, listeners? My name is John.
And I'm David.
And we hope you are enjoying the podcast thus far.
We really appreciate how many of you download the podcast every day.
Right.
But we also want to remind you that we are first and foremost a radio show.
Clearview Today is actually syndicated through the Truth Network. And we just want to let you know right now that in addition to hosting the all-time best Christian talk show of all time,
Hashtag Clearview Today.
Hashtag Clearview Today, the Truth Network also, as it turns out, has an extensive library of Christian programming.
We really love everything they're doing at the Truth Network because the whole goal is to encourage, challenge, confront, and uplift listeners with the life-changing truth of Jesus Christ through Christian Talk Radio.
And listen, we know we are not the only show wanting to expand its audience. So if you have a vision for your show or for your ministry, why don't you consider syndicating your show through the Truth Network? Because they rely on decades of experience of self-syndication with a full array of features for your long-form or short-form content.
Make sure you visit the Truth Network online today at truthnetwork.com, or you can give them a call at 336-759-0363. Again, that's 336-759-0363. Well, John, are you ready?
I was born ready, my friend. Let's hop right back in.
All right.
Welcome back to Clearview Today with Dr. Abadan Shah, the daily show that engages mind and heart for the gospel of Jesus Christ. You can visit us online at clearviewtodayshow.com, or if you have any questions or suggestions for new topics, send us a text to 252-582-5028.
That's right, and we're here once again in the Clearview Today studio with Dr. Abadan Shah, who is a PhD in New Testament textual criticism. Dr. Shah, when you were, let's say, playing the dating field, right? Before you met Nicole, or even when you were dating Nicole, did you ever use pickup lines? How would you flirt? How does Dr. Shah flirt?
I mean, I didn't have pickup lines like, "Lo, you look so hot," or something weird. I just didn't have that. I'm not built like that.
So you wouldn't be like, hey, did it hurt? And they said, what do you mean, would it hurt? And when you fell from heaven, you didn't, none of that.
No, definitely. I'm not built that way.
Are you from Nashville? Because you're the only 10 I see.
What did you say again?
Are you from Nashville? Because you're the only 10 I see.
Like a Tennessee.
Like she's a 10 out of 10.
Oh. Yeah.
We talked about some of the worst.
You gotta have a little smart one for that.
Yeah. See, we talked about some of the worst Christian pickup lines in all of, I would say, Christianity.
Yeah.
Because Christians, they got to be a little bit more clever with theirs.
Yeah, I was doing my Bible study reading the book of Numbers, and I realized I didn't have yours.
Your pickup lines are so fast, I'm not even catching them. Say it again.
I was doing my Bible study in the book of Numbers today, and I realized I didn't have yours.
Oh.
See, that's the thing. When Christians have a pickup line, it's got to be a double whammy, because it not only has to be smart and charming and attractive, it's got to be honoring to the Lord.
Yeah.
So, but I have one from someone in this room.
Uh-oh.
Well,
and we didn't say this on the intro.
The three of us sitting around this table are married.
Yeah, it was not issued by anyone at this table.
Okay.
And it was not issued by anybody running sound. So I'm not going to say who it was. It might have been someone on the video switcher.
It could have been.
We don't know. This person texted a young lady, "Are you today's date?" with 2 question marks. She responds by putting a question mark on that. She did the tap back question mark.
She questioned the text.
Never a good sign. He said, because you're a 10 out of 10. Like, you're a 10-10. We're recording this on October 10th. You're listening to it about a week later. But he said, "Are you today's date?" She questions it. He said, because you're a 10/10. And sent a kissy face emoji, like a little emoji with the kissy face. She responds, "I can't stand you."
Yikes. That's not the response he wants.
Bad response. He sends a
little tearful puppy dog eye.
Puppy dog eye emoji. She said, "Do your pickup lines normally work?" He says, "Why are you being so hurtful?"
And what did she say to that?
I didn't get anything beyond that.
What did she say to that?
Nicholas, did she send anything beyond that? She did? Are you going to share it with us?
What did she say after that?
What did she say?
Is it positive or negative?
Is it positive or negative? It's negative. 100% it's negative.
Is it negative?
She blocked him.
Nice, dude. Yeah, she blocked him. I think so. Here's the thing. I think you're going the charming route, like the whole self-deprecating. Hey, I'm kind of a dork. But anybody who it worked with me. It worked with Ryan.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to work with you because anybody who looks at you sees you are not a dork.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It only works if you are genuinely a dork.
You have to be genuinely a dork, and then you can kind of do like the charming, hey, I'm kind of dorky, but it's a dorkable sort of
they're
thing.
like, oh, okay, I'll take care of you.
So I don't know what's going to come of this. I can't stand you is not a great response.
This is coming from the other bachelor.
Oh yeah, we just got another one.
Oh my goodness.
You're just like, you go ahead and say it.
Baby, you're just like water, except Jesus turned you into fine.
No, I don't like that one.
That was.
Is your name Faith? Because you're the substance of things I've hoped for.
I didn't believe in predestination until I met you tonight.
I need to.
Did you come up with all that?
Did you come up with those? No, you found those.
Yikes.
Where'd you find them?
There's a wiki. There's a wiki.
WikiHow on.
There's a WikiHow from. Did you say that in the mic? There's a apparently there's a
WikiHow for anybody wanting to know.
WikiHow. What did you? Please tell me what you searched on WikiHow. What was the search term?
See, even Biden's over there, he's a little confused. He's just like, what?
Yeah, he always looks like that. Though.
Yeah, it's like
Christian pickup line.
I feel like we need to move on. I don't have a good segue out of Christian pickup lines. Can you just get us into the word of the day?
I would love to. The verse of the day is coming from Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 17. For the Lord your God is God of gods and Lord of lords, the great God, mighty and awesome, who shows no partiality nor takes a bribe.
Trying to segue out of pickup lines into how good our God is. I remember, Dr. Shah, I don't know if you remember
He never
this.
turns it down.
He never turns it down. That's right. He never turns us down. He's always there. Do you remember when we started setting themes for ourselves every year? Mm-hmm. And the very first theme that we set, I don't know if you remember this, it was in 2018. It was when our current sanctuary, which was our new sanctuary at the time, was being built. Our theme was God is awesome.
Yes.
That every single thing that we did, every single message that we put out, every video, every sermon, somehow we were going to communicate how awesome our God was.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. And then when we moved into our new sanctuary, which is now our older sanctuary, which will become our children and our youth wing, I think it was thankful, right? Am I right?
Gratitude.
Grateful.
Yep. That was
gratitude.
the following
Gratitude.
year. Yep.
Yeah.
Gratitude. And I think having those kind of themes are so helpful because you can sort of narrow your focus in how you're seeing God work. Themes do not necessarily encompass everything that you're learning about God, but it at least gives you a focus, a destination, like this is where God is taking us. And I hope if you don't have a theme for your life, or maybe this is, now we're in October, sort of a little past the start of school, you can still pick a theme.
That's right.
Pick something, say, this will be my year of accomplishment, or this is the year of gratefulness, or this is the year of prayerfulness. Definitely can use the prayerfulness one with election coming up around the corner.
100%.
This is a year of prayerfulness. Oh, this is a year of productivity.
That's right.
Yeah, and talking about, and maybe that's your theme, is your first theme, like our first theme was how awesome our God is.
Yeah.
It's just our theme. It's our year of wonder.
Yeah.
Our year of being in awe of God.
That's right.
And that sort of kind of gets us into what we're talking about today with ding 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 ding, Dr. Shah's book
Dr.
Club.
Shah's book club.
Dr. Shah. I don't have a theme song for this. We've been doing this for months, and I still don't have a little sound for Dr. Shah's book club. What about this?
Something.
Yeah, Dr. Shah's book club has got me reaching for the stars, baby.
That was not
That's a good one.
Yeah, Dr. Shah's book club got me reaching for the stars. We're gonna get a theme song for Dr. Shah's book club, but this is the segment we do
Shout out
every
Nintendo.
single.
I now want to play Mario.
Shout out to Miyamoto himself. So he's alive, right? Isn't he alive? He's still alive. Anyway,
I don't know.
All that to say, Dr. Shah's Book Club is the segment we do every month where Dr. Shah shares with us the books that he's been reading and the books that we are recommending to you, the resources that you can have in your church or just in your life and ministry. Dr. Shah, what do we have on the docket for this month?
Today, I want to talk a little bit about not just a book, but books, but not just a series of books, but also an organization that I feel like has so far done a great job in being a service to the church at large. And that is Answers in Genesis.
That's right.
Answers in Genesis with Ken Ham has been around for some time. And I know there are controversies here and there all the time about this and that and the others. I don't want to get into that. All I'm saying is the materials that have come through them overall have been very, very, very beneficial to churches, to pastors, to families, to homeschoolers. they've been very helpful.
Very much so.
And
Very
I have benefited from them, and I have recommended them to people left and right.
Yeah. We've got lots of their resources on hand. We use their curriculum as part of our Sunday school here at
right.
church.
Yes.
One of the most attractive things about that curriculum is that it's broken up in different age graded classes, but everybody is at the same pace. So
Right.
everybody, if you go to Sunday school at Clearview, everybody is studying the same thing at the 9:45,
Which is
from our youngest, like 4 years old, all the way up through adults.
Which is something helpful that you don't even realize that you need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't even realize the benefit of having everybody teaching the same curriculum the same week until you start doing it. Because that was something that I was like, well, I mean, I understand, they want to teach their class and they want to teach their class, but and it's not meant to be disunified. I don't even know if that's a word, but it becomes that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It becomes, people are like, well, I really like my Sunday school teacher, but I want to be over there. Or I really like what they're doing, but I already know all this stuff. But once everyone's on the same curriculum, especially, I loved Answers in Genesis because it went along with what you were doing, Dr. Shah, in the Contend series.
Yeah, right.
We hit apologetics really hard over the past couple of years.
Yeah, this was in 2020 that I felt like with all the shutdowns happening and the major shift, and by the way, if you don't believe that, believe it, a shift has taken place
Very much.
in our culture. It was already coming, but it was turbo. It took on turbo speed in 2020 in shifting the mindset, the philosophy, the cultural equilibrium has shifted.
Very much.
And so that year, I felt like God was laying on our hearts as a team to emphasize apologetics, to help people defend their faith and know why they believe what they believe. And partly it's because it came through our series on Peter, where Peter says, always be ready to give a reason for the hope that is within you with meekness and fear. And that led us into this apologetic series, plus the cultural milieu was changing and has changed and continues to change. And so already I knew about Answers in Genesis. I knew about Master's books. And so a master book, not Master's books, master books. And so I was like, I want to give our people some resources that they can study on their own.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm going to talk about everything from Genesis 1:1, but I want people to be able to have resources that they can dig into and study and teach their children, their grandchildren. And so one set of resources that have been very helpful to me over the years has been the New Answers book, volume 1, 2, 3, 4. And
The quadrilogy you see before you.
Quadrilogy.
yes, and here I have it. Volume 1 is red, volume 2 blue, volume 3 is sort of yellow, golden, and volume 4 is green.
Makes a very nice box set, by
It
the way.
does. It looks very nice.
It does. And again, we're not getting any commission.
I was just about to make the same
Maybe we
joke.
should. Maybe we should get
I was
some
just about to say we are not sponsored by Answers in Genesis,
but we
but we
should
should
be.
be.
Yeah. But great resource. If you can get your hands on this, especially if you're teaching children at home, even if you're not, this is a good book to have because each of these volumes has in the table of contents has about 27. This one has 27 questions. This one here, the second one has 31 questions. Well, it already says that in the upfront. Third one has 35. Fourth one has 30. So altogether, you're looking at what?
120 questions.
Just about 120 questions. And some of the questions are, let me just go to volume 1.
Yeah, because these are big questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question number 1. Is there really a God?
That's a very good place to start.
And I'm sure, you'll say, yes, there is, of course. What do you mean there's no? But it gives you plenty of information, a little bit of history, something about evolution and how things have shifted. And then kind of goes into how God has designed us, the complexity of the human cell, how human beings and animals are different and all those kind of things. So all this just right there with you. Let me drop down to, let's say, question number 15. Don't creationists believe some wacky things? Yeah. Right now, the big word that is used is you're weird.
Yeah, you're weird.
Isn't that a big
That's
word
a big
right now?
word right now. Yep. They've been especially people who are more on the liberal side of things.
Oh yeah,
You're
have
just
been using
weird.
that. You're weird, and they've been doing it because it's such a quote unquote innocent thing. They want to see how mad you get, especially with Trump supporters. They do that
how
a
much
lot.
can I push your buttons by saying that?
Yeah, so no longer is Trump a hate monger. He's just weird.
He's weird.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah. And the problem is, we Christians are so hesitant to put on labels on people. Now, of course, in one-on-one, we may do that and say, yeah, some of those liberal leftist people, they're just weird.
Yeah, they're weird. They're odd.
Yeah, that's just odd. It's some of the odd things they're doing. But we may not do that in public.
Yeah, it's not part of our public discourse.
Yeah,
Right.
and I know somebody may say, that's kind of hypocritical because you're doing it in private, but not in public. No, because we may not want to hurt people's feelings.
Right. I'm expressing an opinion. I'm not using it as a weapon against somebody.
It's not my argument.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not going to use it as a baseball bat to hit you over the head
Right.
with saying you're weird.
Right. Well, shoot. It's like, do you have an actual argument against my stance? Yeah, you're odd.
You're weird.
You're a weirdo.
It's a weird stance, and you're weird for having it.
It's completely fine to have an opinion about someone. You can do that, but when that becomes your actual tactic to convince people that you're right, it's just a bad argument.
Right.
It is. But imagine if we were out there in the public square and we were saying that to the other side. Can you imagine how that is so painful? And you call yourself Christian?
That's exactly what they would say.
That's why I love these books, because they have actual arguments. They have actual arguments with actual evidence that's
right.
there.
Like the question, don't Christians or creationists believe some wacky things? No. And then it begins to take claim after claim. Like biblical creationists believe the earth is flat.
Huh?
Yeah, that's one of the claims they have. It's like, no, we don't believe that. Claim number 2, biblical creationists believe that there are beneficial mutations. Not
What?
true. Yeah. Claim number 3, you can't be a Christian if you don't believe in a young earth. I never said that.
Yeah.
Although I believe it's more biblical when you believe in the young earth.
Uh-huh.
But I'm not going to say that somebody who believes in
an old earth is
day,
not a
age, or
Christian.
whatever. I know some of those people, and they're godly Christians. They're just mistaken.
Yeah,
Right.
you're allowed to be wrong and be a Christian.
You can be, yeah.
Right. Christianity is really about Jesus Christ, the Son of God, gave his life for you.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right.
That's what it means. Claim number 4, biblical creationists take the whole Bible literally. And Judas went and hung himself. Go thou and do likewise. No, we don't believe that. We don't believe that. Claim number 6. I mean, that's how people look at it. It's like, really?
Oh, that was really funny.
That was funny.
Go down and do likewise.
Biblical creationists believe the earth is same now as it was at the beginning of creation. No, we don't believe that.
No, we don't believe that.
And claim number 7, biblical creationists are anti-science and anti-logic.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That's
What?
me.
So this book, this is just volume 1.
Yeah, that's just the
Volume
first one.
2, again, I'm just going to take 1 or 2 questions, but it's okay. In fact, you can pick a couple of questions
Sure.
and just read the questions for us.
Okay.
And John, be ready
Yeah, I'll
for
take one.
volume 3.
Here we go.
Okay, so we have
4.
what's the best proof of creation? Are biblical creationists divisive? How old is the earth? So
Yeah.
kind of circling back to that.
And it's like, how many pages is the answer?
10 to 12.
Yeah, most of these look like they're about 10-page
Yeah.
answers.
Yeah, so it's bite size. You can read them. Just every day if you read one, I mean that's you're set for like good 4 months, 5
Yeah.
months.
Where did the idea of millions of years come from? Can creationists be real, quote unquote, real scientists? And how should a Christian respond to gay marriage?
Yeah. See, so it's not just all about creation and evolution. This is also about morality and ethics,
Questions
biblical
that matter.
values. Yeah.
Here's a good one that I've actually thought about before. I've never actually read this book. How can all the animals fit on the ark and 8 people take care of them?
I did cover that in my
That's true.
biblical apologetics series on
Yep.
Sunday mornings. This was back in 2022, I believe.
Was there death before Adam sinned? Was death really a thing? Abortion, is it really a matter of life and death?
Yep.
Is it
That's
just
a big issue right now.
It really is. It really is. What is a life? Hey, I tell you what. What about eugenics? What about Planned Parenthood?
Yep.
Dr. Shah, does astronomy actually confirm a young universe? How could I didn't even know this was one. How could fish survive during the Genesis flood? I never considered that.
I did answer that as well. I did
okay.
answer that as well.
Let's see. Do evolutionists believe Darwin's ideas about evolution? What are some of the best flood evidences?
Yep.
Are unicorns in the Bible? You know, my mom told me that once.
Yeah.
My mom told me when I was a little kid that unicorns were real, but they were playing hide and go seek during the flood, and so they all got wiped out.
Ooh.
100% she told me that. I don't know if she believes it, but she told me that.
What's your mom's name?
Lisa.
Lisa?
Elisa. Yeah.
We got to talk.
We got to have a talk. Ooh.
I got a message you need to hear.
Here's a good one. See, these are some of the ones that I think of, but I've never actually verbalized.
Yeah.
Who sinned first, Adam or Satan?
Yeah.
That's a great question, and it matters.
We answered that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I answered it, and it is a complicated answer, is based on piecing together different sections of the Old Testament where the angels are singing at creation, which means Satan did not sin before creation.
Right.
He was the worship leader, so more than likely he was singing and praising God.
During the creation.
Yeah, the sons of God sang it. Something like that is mentioned.
Right.
I may be wrong in the wording, but it was about angels singing at creation, praising God. So the earth, the heaven and the earth are created, okay? And Satan is still worshiping God. He's still Lucifer. He hasn't become
Right.
Satan.
Right.
And then how long before Adam and Eve were created? If you go by the Genesis account, then it's a matter of a few days.
Yeah.
And then if you go to Adam and Eve, they're created. So that's about a week that's gone by. So more than likely, the enemy was created, or enemy fell, I would say somewhere in the first day or so of creation.
Wow. Wow. Just that quickly.
Yeah.
That quickly.
Wow. It's a great reminder of how well number one, not only how complete sin is, but also how these questions actually lead you to theological truth and theological depth.
That's
you know,
right.
It's not that it can't be found in the Bible, but these books, I think what I like about these books is they help the lay person learn how to read. And they're not defending ideas, they're defending scriptural authority.
That's right. Yep.
That's what I like about these books a lot.
Here's volume number 4, because it's all together there are 4 volumes. And David, I pick out 3 or 4 questions.
Yeah, the ones that I saw that really were interesting to me is first and foremost, it says dragons, were they real? That was one that
I answered that.
You heard about that too.
True.
There was, could the flood cataclysm deposit uniform sedimentary rock layers, which we have discussed and talked about.
By the way,
we've talked about that a lot.
with all that's happening in the western side of our state, we're seeing a lot of ground formation taking place, and it's not millions of years; it's a matter of hours. That some of these eddies and rivers and streams have been found.
That's true.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
So think about that.
Yeah. There are new rivers being created in a matter of hours, and they're just there.
Right.
And imagine the creation was far. I need to be careful how I say that. It was not radical when God separated the water from the sea, but the water receding, because the scripture talks about the water receding, that was also part of creating these rivers and mountains.
When you say it's not radical, do you mean like it's not a cataclysm? It's not like a disaster?
The disaster was Noah's flood.
Right, right.
God making the heavens and the earth, and then the earth was without form and void, darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of the Lord was hovering over the face of the waters. And then, I'm going right here, and God said, let there be light, on and on, first day. Then God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, let it divide the waters from the waters. Let it divide the waters from the waters. This is verse 6. That division, waters dividing from waters, was a movement.
Right.
Okay, so some of the seas and rivers and all oceans were founded then. And then some parts of the Bible talk about the waters retreating and God saying, thus far no more, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then also the flood. That was also the movement of the waters, but it was more cataclysmic.
Right.
So all that combined together has given us this beautiful creation.
Yeah.
And that did not take millions of years.
Yeah.
Right.
So also with what we're seeing today.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's my point. What we're seeing in the western part of North Carolina is less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours, you have entirely new terrain.
Right.
Yeah, it can happen.
And when you look at it, it seems like it must have been there for thousands of years.
Yeah,
No,
true.
it was
True.
there
It wasn't there 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't there yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so important for us to answer those questions and to resource people. The New Answers book series 1, 2, 3, and 4 is a great resource available to people. Answers in Genesis does a wonderful job of equipping the layperson to answer those difficult apologetics questions, and as well as be a resource for ministries to help resource their people.
That's right. That's right. And we'll link them in the description as well, because we've got them in our resource center.
Yeah.
This is something that maybe we can talk about on another show, but if you don't have a resource center in your church, a lot of people think you got to be a big mega church to have a bookstore.
No.
You could have a little, we started with like a little, it was our Sunday school room.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
we turned it into a bookstore.
Yep.
That's right.
But you wouldn't believe how grateful people are to have those resources, because everybody has those questions.
Right.
If your pastor doesn't address those questions or doesn't give your people a resource to answer them, they're just going to still have the questions. The questions aren't going away.
That's right.
That doubt will still stay there.
That's right.
So,
People email me all the time. Like even today, I had questions about grief. And so we feel like I can now direct them to the bookstore and say, hey, go here. And there are plenty of books there that will help you.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we have spent thousands of dollars, especially in the past few months, in stocking our resource centers so that people can go in there and find books on theology, books on apologetics, ethics, sexuality, Bible studies, commentaries, history. We have a very good resource center.
Yes.
It could be so much more, but we're working towards that. But right now, you can go in there. There are books in there that I would like to buy.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Every time I walk in there, my mouth starts to drool a little bit.
And again,
My wallet.
you don't have to be a big, huge church to be able to do that. You just have to care.
Right.
That's it.
That's
That's
right.
it.
Exactly. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, write in and let us know, 252-582-5028. Or you can visit us online at clearviewtodayshow.com. Don't forget you can partner with us financially on that same website. Scroll to the bottom, click that donate button, and let us know it's coming from our Clearview Today Show family. John, anything you want to plug as we close today?
One last book that I do want to plug, Dr. Shah and Nicole's book, 30 Days Praying for America, Daily Devotions to Help Heal Our Nation. Make sure you pick it up on Amazon. It's available right now. Has been available for a while. We've had so many people writing in telling us how much this book is helping their devotional life. Also, if you want to help out your worship life as well, you can download our album, our debut album, Heaven Here and Now. It's available right now on iTunes and Spotify. Go ahead and pick it up. Let us know what you think. 252-582-5028.
That's right. Lots of great content coming your way. Make sure you guys tune in. We love you guys tomorrow. We love you guys tomorrow. We love you today, but we also love you tomorrow. And we'll see you tomorrow on Clearview Today.
That was really good. We love you tomorrow.
We love you tomorrow.
I like that.
We love you tomorrow, and we also love you today.
All right, bye.